Hi there, guys. Um, I'm not feeling great right now. I came down with the flu this week after my wife had it like for the last week and a half, 2 weeks. I really did believe I'm gonna miss it, skip it completely, and then it just grabbed hold of me and it shook me like a rabid dog. So, not feeling great, but I I'm still going fishing tomorrow. We are probably going to be going to Broken Road tomorrow. Our plan is to be there early before the sun comes up and have our lines in the water before the sun even decides to peek its head out from behind the mountains in Somerset West. So let's hope for the best. Obviously, target species Steenderas galjoen. Then as the tide's going to start dropping, just throw a couple of chokka baits in the water and see what's going to come out. We don't have any great hope for tomorrow, mainly because of the weirdness of the tides. And there's only so many guys that can go and fish in really deep water where the tides don't really affect them. Yeah. Regardless of what happens tomorrow, I'm going to take you along for the ride and we're going to have some fun. Hopefully tomorrow morning I feel a bit better. If I don't, you know what, I'm just going to dress warmly and I'm going to go do my thing anyway. And if I can create a little bit of a sweat, then I create a bit of a sweat. It's always good to get rid of the flu that way. So, see you tomorrow. Okay, boys and girls, we had Broken Road. I'm not feeling the greatest. I may not talk a lot today. My voice is not lekker. But we do have Wayne here. Woo! Look at the glare! Look at the glare! Holy moly! There he is.
Morning.
So, geez, there's a lot of light going on here. I'm sorry if I'm blinding you, but noobs trying to figure out cameras when there's no sun. That's what I am. Just busy quickly reading up. It's it just turned 6 o'clock when we got here. So there's another hour roughly before the sun is out properly. Just trying to get a bait in the water and see what happens. If anything happens, I'll update you. But the next time you see me, sun might be out. Do not be fooled, boys and girls. It's not as light as it looks. The iPhone just does a brilliant job of adding light where there's none. I mean, there's a lot of guys over there still fishing with their lights on. I just took my headlight off. The only real light we have is a little bit of light in the sky above the clouds. That light over there coming over the mountains. There's some action in the water. Lots of wave action on the line. I mean, this is by far the most working water I have seen at Broken Road in a very long time. All the other times I've been here, over the last 5 or 6 months, the water's been relatively flat. But today, there seems to be some big swells over here. Lots of working water, lots of foam on top of the water as well, and a bit of a side current from left to right. So grab sinkers all the way, and throwing some big baits at the moment to try and get a cob or a steenbras or something. It is frighteningly cold right now. Just waiting for the sun to peek out so the mist and cloud can disappear and we can all just warm up just a little bit. I'll give you a bit of a better update on the water as soon as we can see more. Like I said, the camera shows more than what there actually is. But there's some big swell out there. I'm liking this. Lekker, wat is hy? Steenbrassie. Lekker man. Hey. Right, almost 8 a.m. Had some extra in the water. Wayne got a small steenbras. Very nice. Very, very chilly. I cannot wait for the sun just to peek out. Holy moly, it's chilly. And we didn't think to bring a thermos of coffee this morning, which is kind of stupid. Anyway, back to the water. Very rough. But that can be a good thing. And it's always nice when the water's rough and you can actually feel that there's action on the other side of a line, which means you know that there's fish over there busy feeding. And they might just take a liking to your bait. So hoping for the best. You can actually go home with something to make this day worthwhile. We find ourselves at pensioners at Broken Road, which is always a good thing considering that I'm sick, and when you're sick you can easily add about 15 to 20 years onto your age. Seeing as I'm almost half a century old, that makes me 70, and that makes me a pensioner today. Daar is die man! Lekker man. Lekker. And I just arrived and threw out this small little mussel bait. And there's already action on his line. This is the most action I've seen at Broken Road in a while. I know other people catch fish around here, but I haven't. Oh, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I currently have a little red bait in the water. I think Wayne still has a fish bait, choco bait combo in the water. He's definitely looking for that cob. And there's definitely some stuff happening in the water here, but other than Wayne's juvenile steenbras that came out earlier, nothing much has come out. But we'll keep monitoring and we'll keep updating as we go along. So people came through quite early this morning. I mean, this place was quite busy. I mean, looking up and down the beach. Lots of lights. And considering what time we were here, they must have been here way earlier than we were. Still a bit of action in the water. Quite nice. And currently have a bit of a mussel bait out there. Look, even if I don't catch anything today, I'm going to be fine. Everything was so last minute, and I'm not feeling the greatest. The only thing you can do in a case like this is just get out there, make the best of it. It's quite cold. Just have a bit of fun. That's all. Get your bait in the water and just have fun. I can see that there's something happening on my line. I'll bring you back if there's something worth reporting. Let's have a look real quick. Chef Wayne is putting together something nice over here. Oh my word. Looks like food, boys.
Oh, food poisoning, yeah, definitely. Yeah, we wanna get rid of that.
I did say it looks like food, not food poisoning. He said it. He said it.
Oh.
I didn't. I said it looks like food, boys. You said it looks like food poisoning. This is not on the menu, boys. That's for the fish.
French toast.
Just like, boys, check this out. Like a bacon, egg, French toasty kind of sandwich. A little bit of chutney in there. Very lekker. Just like wine. Awesome sauce. Well. So, I had 3 little choco strips out on this one, and it came back like this. And at no point did I even notice any serious bites and pulls on the line other than the current in the water. So I don't really know what to do here. Maybe put another little piece of choco out there. I have no idea. Let's see what happens. Okie dokie. Not even entirely sure what time it is. According to this thing, 11:15 in the morning. Duh. Like it's 11:15 at night, but anyway. I had a choco bait in the water just now, which I've showed you. It was basically just 3 little strips that was attached to the hook, with 2 of the tentacles pointing upwards and the other one down. Hook nice and proud, tied it all up, threw it in the water, and then it came back eaten, which is weird. because I haven't seen any action on the line. Now, it could just be the bait being dragged along the ocean bed and rubbing off. I've got no idea. I have no idea how that crap works. But it came back eaten. So I put on another little choker bait and monitoring my line right now. And I'm hiding in my car. I walked in just now to go and cast, and I could see rocks, and I'm thinking, well, water's nice and low, I'm going to walk into about there, and then the next set of waves came in, and I'm sorry to say it, but the water touched me inappropriately, and almost like a bad uncle. And now I'm quite cold. So I'm just hiding a bit, monitoring my line, trying to warm up. It's not an unpleasant day. It's just uncomfortable. When you're used to the summer sun actually nailing you to the point where even being out there in your fishing shirt is making you sweat like a racehorse. Being out here in this weather currently, you kind of feel underdressed even with a top on that doesn't seem to be making you warm. So plans need to be made if there's going to be fishing done in winter. I need some thermal shirts, thermal ski pants, or whatever the hell they call those things these days. And I may need to invest in a beanie just to keep the ears and the top of my head warm. Not that I've ever been a beanie person, but if I'm going to be fishing, I might need to become one. Yeah, I'll check in again when there's something to say. Bye. Okay, back. And as you can see, I'm wet from the feet up to just above the knees. And I'm shivering. Recast with some muscle. And I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship with the ocean. And I'm the abused. The Stockholm syndrome. Keep going back for more. Because I love it so much. Yeah, hiding again. Just to warm up a little. But I'll be out there if there's a bite on that line. So, desperate times calls for desperate measures. I just had a white mussel in the water. I had a nice little grab there and tried to wrestle the fish in. It came off. Then I had another mussel on, and it got stripped. So what I'm now thinking is, you know what, I'm just going to make it so that they don't peck, they grab. And the only way they're going to do that is if I do something strange with my bait, as in maybe just add a little piece of a red bait on top of the mussel. So nothing huge, just nice and stinky on top of the mussel. And if I look far away, it's by design. I don't want this red bait to drip in the back of my car. Red bait on our assessment. That little red bait on me. Disgusting stuff. Anyway, let's get this thing out there. it was a very slow start to the morning. And that little mussel and red bait mix that I just threw out there, that I showed you, the weirdest thing. Barely hit the water, I wasn't even back at my station, it got pulled back flat. Loosened the sinker a bit, felt more picks and pulls. Then it stopped, pulled it out, bait gone. So I rebaited, but I used a bit of chocker and red bait now. And instant action again on my line, and the guys fishing next to us, he had his rod pulled flat just now as well. So this is really weird considering that we are approaching full low tide and there's this much action in the water. Who knew? So I'm going to stick around for a bit, for as long as my back and my body and my throat and everything else is holding up, and just see what's happening. Hopefully my patience will be rewarded. Andre, vat hom weer.
Ja, sy.
Ons het mos nou klaar, maar vat
Ja.
hom weer. Het was nice om je weer vandag te zien.
Ja, dankie man.
We gaan contact hou
Ja,
met jou en met Wayne. Daar's plannetjies tot ons het.
Kom ons kyk wat maak ons, maar
Exactly.
ja. Kom ons sort eers die griep storie uit en dan doen ons dit weer.
Exactly. Ons al drie moet hom afgooi.
Ja.
Dat
Daar's
is cool.
Cheers ouens.
Dis reg man. En Wayne, YouTube Inception. There we go. YouTube Inception. Dis reg. Have fun. I'm going to stick around for a little bit. And maybe just use up all my muscles and then I'm going to go home.
Ja, we had a lekker day. Ons het 'n lekker dag gehad uit. En ja, dankie Gert dat ek saam met jou kom.
No, all good.
En nou sien weer op pad weer saam met Andre terug huis toe. Hy bly nader. Of Gert is so ver uit te ry nie. Maar dankie vir 'n wonderlike dag Gert.
Yeah, just in case people think we're angry at each other, they stay close to each other. And Andre needs to go dose himself.
Ja. Ja, so nou het Andre gesien.
Now that Wayne and Andre has left, I'm pulling a Universe Boss move. I put my second rod back in the water, put my second rod stand out on the beach as well. One's got a bit of choke on, the other one's got a muscle on. But probably mismatched. 3 to 5 ounce rod needed to have the muscle, and the 5 to 7 needed to have the choker, but it's neither here nor there. They both have the same hook on it. Size 100 inline BKK. There's definitely some activity in the water left. I'm in no way, shape or form ready to go home yet. I'm sick. I can do with a bed rest. But I'm enjoying myself too much, boys. Why would I go do that to myself? Or plonk my bum down in a bed just to vegetate till tomorrow? So that work can screw me up. No. Let fishing screw me up. Very uncomfortable day, but awesome. Before I forget, saw something really funny earlier. Now, to put this in perspective, I know I'm not the greatest caster in the world. I had to work really hard the last few months to get my bombs out as far as I possibly could with my rods, learn what the rod feels like when it's loaded, the pace with which you need to bring it through, the acceleration, the explosion, the everything, in order to get the bait out as far as you need to get it. Sometimes you can plop the bait right in front of your feet and there's a fish. Sometimes you need to get it out really far. I am also not Mr. Elegance personified when it comes to casting. At the best of times, I look like someone that is an elephant jockey trying to beat the ass of the elephant I'm busy riding with a rod while casting. But I rely on my shoulders and my upper body and my torso that has built a significant amount of mass over the last few years, in order to launch my bait out as far as I possibly can, and maybe, just maybe, fall short of Antarctica. But what I saw earlier, I'm not judging, they might be a subscriber of mine. All I'm going to say is I'm giving the benefit of the doubt. The guy ran in towards the ocean as if the ocean owed him money. Stopped, cast, and then backpedaled. The last time I saw someone run like that, stop and then deliver something, was in cricket, and it was a guy that said he was a bowler, but he wasn't a bowler. There's supposed to be a follow-through. The guy looked like he was about to deliver a javelin. But he ran, cast, and he backpedaled. Now all I could think was that maybe, just maybe, he wanted to get it in before the wash came out of the ocean. That's why he ran. But it looked so funny at the time. It really looked like he was scared of the water. I'm not judging. The water is really cold today, so if that was his aim, he succeeded. He didn't touch it. Oh my word. Just monitoring my lines right now. What's the time now? 1:30. I'm going to try and stick around until 3. And then I'm going to head home. It's a pity that Wayne and Andre needed to leave so early. But it is what it is. You know, when you've got things to do and when you are not feeling well, you need to do what you need to do. I'm feeling well enough to allow myself until 3 o'clock to take whatever is in that water home with me. If it's size, of course. If it's not size, well, then I need to put it back. Catch you soon. I've got a few mussels left. I think about 4 or 5. I might not even go through them all. I just chucked out a fresh one, and I pulled one of my rods out of the water because A, it was taking up space, and there's people that was looking to try and get in left and right of me, and just not up for managing 2 at this point in time. I have my tripod precariously balanced on my leg at this point. That's a bit better. I did not, in fact, have 5 mussels left, and I am, in fact, not going to go home with any mussels. As it turns out, I had 2 left, and that includes the one that Andre left me that was already defrosted. So I'm not going to break one of my chokka to cast anymore. I'm going to finish this one and then the next one, and then I'm going to go home. Hi guys, this is it. This is me packing up. End of the day. Must be like 4 o'clock or something right now. And yeah, I've got nothing but good things to say about today, except for how uncomfortable it was this morning. But that was my fault, being the noob in this thing. I now know I have a little bit more work to do to make myself comfortable for fishing in winter. Fishing in winter is not for sissies, and we're not even in winter yet, properly. So, I am putting my rod out now. It's been dead. Chokka bait in the water with a size 2.0 hook. Nothing's been happening. Some side current Put a different sink on there, did different trace, everything, it's dead. No one to the left or right of me has scored anything today. It's weird though, because there's been a lot of pickers, a lot of busyness, but nothing aggressive, if you know what I mean. I've had 2 instances today where I had bait in the water and it just felt aggressive on the take. Once early this morning with a choco bait, and then another time with mussel. And I've had fish in and around my bait a few times that I felt and that I struck and then lost and whatever, but overall throughout the day it wasn't nearly as aggressive as it was over the last few weeks. So yeah, it's just been a strange day, but still lekker. You know, it's what we do. You know, you get out here, you throw a line, you have a drink. Non-alcoholic, but you have a drink. And just soak in the atmosphere. I have some plans for future trips. Stay tuned for that. Stuff that you don't normally see on fishing channels in and around South Africa. I really want to go try out some very cool places, and I'm fortunate enough to be in a position to do these things. But it does require a little bit of planning and a little bit of foresight. So I'm going to do whatever I can to make that happen, and I'm going to take you along for the ride. Stay tuned. I'm quickly going to take my rod out. I'll catch you back in the car on the drive home, that sort of thing. Blah blah blah. Bye.